Good morning, Coronation. Welcome to Southern University Agricultural and Mechanical College. Thank you for being here with us. I'm Robert. Hey, I'm here to just make a few points. The university wants you to remember this is a very solemn occasion, a very dignified occasion. Please loud noise, sing, and remember your electronic devices that will interfere with our PA system. This is a day for our graduation. Please help us to honor Southern University students and also to remember to be just like our students. They will continue to wear their masks through the ceremony and they will distance themselves. Please be just like our university. What a great place to be on a day and enjoy this weather and enjoy our students from Southern University Agricultural and Mechanical College. Welcome and please enjoy our ceremony. On the track, take photograph, you must seat it. Those of you in this area that is which is the track, Call to the please.
Looking at that one. I'm not gonna bother you.
No, it wasn't. That
You're not bothering me.
y'all-
I'm just.
Hey, you can do that? We can come on the road.
It's just as hot over here.
You're in the tent though, man. This girl way better than this.
What's up? That's not me. What the other camera dude with? Oh, your boy right there with the hat on the stairs. That's the dude with the drone. I ain't had nothing to do with me. He said, yeah. Mr. Anthony. Regine said they approved it.
He looked like a normal person. I'm like, hey, I was about to say, hey, Dad, you can't have no drone out here, bro. Like somebody, Daddy, I didn't get a drone for this thing. So I had to register my drone with the FHA, you know.
Right.
So, yeah. The only person I haven't known to have a drone around here is here. Yeah.
Looks so bright. Wait, what you mean a 2 or a 3?
Is it an 8-7 or 2?
Oh, it's a 4.
Southern spinning that money.
Huh?
I think Southern spinning that money up.
For real. Oh no, I had just.
president of the Southern University System, chancellor of Southern.
Well, good morning. We are pleased to welcome you to the 2021 Spring Commencement exercises for Southern University and A&M College. I would dare say this is a beautiful day to salute this class. And in fact, you may say that the sun is shining on Southern University and A&M College. Our Minister of Ceremonies this morning is Father Richard Andrews, Jr., pastor of St. Anthony Catholic Church in Lafayette, Louisiana. Following the invocation, we will have the Star Spangled Banner and Lift Every Voice and Sing. Therein, please stand and remain standing as I welcome Father Andrews to the podium to deliver the invocation.
Good morning. Please bow your heads as we pray. O Eternal One, before us today are arrows of your victory. They are about to walk across the stage and receive diplomas and be graduates of Southern University A&M. We are grateful for every professor, every teacher, every staff member, every administrator, every family member, every friend who has supported and encouraged and challenged and stretched these students. They are all gifted men and women that you have chosen. You have called and formed for this hour. Almighty One, they have studied and learned and participated through a global pandemic. They've been challenged and stretched in ways they never imagined, to learn virtually in ways they never virtually had any clue was coming. And Lord, they succeeded. May each of these arrows, Almighty One, fly with your strength through these days, days like the prophet Isaiah described, days of uncertainty, when they're trying to live completely and freely and breathe while being black or brown or Asian or LGBT. Sometimes there is brutality brought upon our loved ones, our lives and our families, our futures. When thick clouds attempt to disillusion and discourage your people, remind them that they are people of incredible opportunity, because, Almighty One, you have empowered them with hope and wisdom and knowledge and honor and greatness to press on, knowing the truth that sets all people free. A truth that they have learned from their foreparents and their parents. We've come too far to ever turn back. May each of these men and women fly as an arrow of truth in a society where the powerful withhold the truth. May they have the courage to speak truth to power. May they fly as an arrow of compassion to the unloved and to the unwanted, to the single parent, to the underemployed and unemployed, to the elder, to the widow, to young folks in need of direction, those who have been left behind and forgotten by a system that doesn't care. May they fly as an arrow of light, pointing to that day when justice will rush like a mighty river and righteousness like a mighty stream. May they know the hope of their calling. Just like the New Testament disciple Timothy, stir up in them, Lord, the gift of righteous power within them so that When they are tempted to give up or lose heart, they will know that they are indeed needed arrows of your victory. May they believe that they are not just consigned to a random existence, but you have called them to be your mouthpiece for justice, penetrating a weary world with the wonder of your wisdom and undying hope. May they know that they are called to be an extension of your hand of healing grace to those who they will touch, who have never known what grace feels like. Grant them the gift of unwavering faith that will illumine every season of hardship with the light of truth. Grant them a love for you, a heart of prayer, a song of praise, and a sensitive ear to your spirit. For they will encounter crossroads in life, not just career crossroads, but character crossroads. There will be times when they have to decide whether or not to take the easy path or the path that glorifies you, or to take a knee to denounce any form of abuse or brutality, even if it lasts but an instant or 9 minutes and 20 seconds, even if it means being less successful or less known in the eyes of others. Give them a heart to pass their wisdom on to their children, and may they never lack in their love for you. Grant them a spirit that pursues you and your will above all things. Amen. Amen.
Welcome again to the 2021 Southern University Spring Commencement. Today is that day that you have all been waiting for. So first and foremost, allow me the occasion to congratulate each of you for a job well done. Give yourselves a round of applause because you certainly deserve it. During the facilitation of this commencement exercise, the university benefits from the presence of many who support and advocate for her interests. And as such, I would like to ask all current and former elected officials to please stand and be recognized. We are pleased to have in our midst, indeed, the Honorable State Senator Cleo Fields, who is with us. Would you please stand? And the Honorable State Senator Regina Barrow, who's with us as well. We are fortunate to have as well Councilwoman Shauna Banks with us and Councilwoman Carolyn Coleman. Let's recognize them for their great work to our community. And indeed, I want to thank them for their service and dedication to this university and to our local and state governments. Also amongst us today are several very special guests, our golden graduates, members of the class of 1971. Would you please stand and be recognized? These individuals are celebrating 50 years as alums of Southern University and A&M. Let's give them a Southern University round of applause. I would like to acknowledge the members of the Southern University Board of Supervisors who unselfishly give of themselves to support and advance the mission of the entirety of the Southern University and A&M College system. We are fortunate and certainly pleased to have with us this morning the chairman of the Southern University Board of Supervisors in the name of Attorney Des Moines Rutledge. Would you please stand and be recognized, sir? And he is joined by his colleagues, the Honorable Orlando Williams, who's with us today, the Honorable Samuel Tolbert, who's with us, the Honorable Leroy Davis, who's with us today. We also have the Honorable Christy Reeves, and indeed the Honorable Ann Smith, a former chairlady of the Board of Supervisors. And finally, I'd like to recognize the student representative on the Board of Supervisors, Bakari Garvey. And if I may as well acknowledge the SGA president of Southern University and A&M College, Chancellor Vedrine, who also served as a student representative on the board at the Board of Regents. Give them all a round of applause for their work and commitment to Southern University. At this point, I have the distinct honor of introducing our speaker. It is indeed a pleasure to introduce Mr. Bakari Sellers, attorney, political commentator, and author, who will serve as speaker for today's commencement. He was born into an activist family. His father, Cleveland Sellers, a civil rights leader in his own right, empowered him with the requisite core values that enables him to advance his tireless commitment to service. In 2005, Sellers earned a bachelor's degree in African American Studies from Morehouse College. He continued his education at the University of South Carolina School of Law in 2008, earning a Juris Doctorate. He currently practices law with the Storm Law Firm, LLC, in Columbia, South Carolina, where he heads the firm's strategic communication and public affairs team and has recently added diversity, equity, and inclusion consulting to the list of services offered. Attorney Salas made history in the 2006 South Carolina State Legislature at the age of 22 as the youngest African-American elected official in the nation. His political career did not stop there. In 2014, he was the Democratic nominee for Lieutenant Governor in South Carolina. He further worked for United States Congressman James Clyburn and former Atlanta Mayor Shirley Franklin. I would argue that his accomplishments do not go unnoticed within the Democratic Party. In 2008, he served on President Barack Obama's South Carolina Steering Committee. His ability to reach across the aisle to get things done has led to numerous achievements, including being named Time Magazine's 40 Under 40, the Route 100 list of the nation's most influential African Americans in 2015, and HBCU Top 30 Under 30 in July 2014. Sellers has served as a featured speaker at various political events, universities, and national trade organizations across the country, such as the 2008 and 2016 Democratic National Conventions. This brother most recently released My Vanishing Country, a New York Times bestseller. The book has been described as an analysis which illustrates the lives of America's forgotten Black working class. He has also expanded his audience with the Sellers Podcast, a bi-weekly show that is part of the Ringer Podcast Network. Episodes feature a variety of topics, including politics, race, sports, media, and more. Sellers is married to Dr. Ellen Rutger Sellers and his father to twins Sadie and Stokely. It is an honor and a privilege to introduce our speaker of the hour, Mr. Bakari Sellers. Please welcome him.
Good morning. Good morning. It is an honor and a privilege to be here with you all today, to President Belts and members of the faculty and board of trustees, distinguished guests, family, and graduates. Take a moment of personal privilege here and say, it's an honor to be in the presence of another Bakari. I don't think many of these people know that it is a very handsome club to be in. It's me, you, and Michael Bakari Jordan. So welcome to the club, my brother. Since being invited to speak here at today's commencement, I have received two pieces of advice regarding my remarks. The first is that delivering a commencement address is like being the body at a wake. They stick you in the middle of the room, but deep down, they don't really want to hear a lot out of you. And the second, as the senator was whispering to me behind me, was a reminder to always adhere to the 5 B's. Be brief, brother, be brief. So let's get started. It is a great honor to be here with you all today and to not only share in this celebration, but offer my congratulations to the class of 2021. To the family and friends who join us today, congratulations. Today's celebration is as much for you as it is for the graduates. You know, the truth is that had it been up to me, I wouldn't have attended my own graduation. However, my mother made it clear that it was not up to me, saying that she would be attending the ceremony with or without me, though she strongly advised the former, as the latter would have serious consequences. So I say thank you to the families, understanding that because of your support, your encouragement, these young men and women have done something truly remarkable, share in their celebration at this and all future triumphs made possible here today. And to the graduates, I know it may be hard to believe, but the fact is that your parents weren't always as they are now. In fact, they used to be fun. They were once spontaneous people before you came along. They were engaging conversationalists and riots at parties, but you made them this way. So for God's sake, I hope it's not too much to ask, but call your mother once in a while because you know she worries. To the graduates, let me congratulate you on this achievement, realizing a success that has been years in the making. Understand this is a rare and special moment, so I want you to enjoy it. I want you to cherish this feeling of accomplishment and confidence because it slips away when you're not looking, and it's almost impossible to get back once it's gone. Our expectations for you, for all of you, are high, but that's the price of success. And don't look at me. You did it to yourselves. It's a privilege to join you today, this important day, and bring congratulations from my big city of Denmark, South Carolina, where we had 3 stoplights and a blinking light. But I was once told that great things come from modest beginnings. Well, that's what I've been told at least, and it's been borne out itself over history. I'll tell you a story about South Carolina's own Smoking Joe Frazier, who was born the son of a sharecropper in rural Beaufort County and went on to become heavyweight champion of the world and one of the few men to defeat the greatest boxer of all time, Muhammad Ali. And you know, there's a story about him that I've always loved, and oddly enough, I believe it fits here surprisingly well. You see, before Frazier was heavyweight champion of the world, he was just another amateur with potential. He was aggressive and strong with an uncanny ability to take a punch and keep going. He won 3 Golden Glove heavyweight champions in his 3 years as an amateur. In fact, he won all of his amateur bouts except for one. It was a loss to Buster Mathis. So when he had the opportunity to avenge that loss by squaring off against Mathis in the 1964 Olympic trials, he was more than just a little excited. But unfortunately, that excitement got the better of his training. During the match, he fell back into his old habit of leading with his head. As you can imagine, Mathis took full advantage of this and landed a never-ending string of punches to Frazier's head and face, easily winning the match and securing his spot in the Tokyo Olympics. Now, as you might imagine, Joe was more than just a little bit disappointed. Not only had he lost his chance to fight on the biggest stage in the world, he lost it to his bitter rival. Needless to say, he wasn't taking it well while he sat in his hospital bed recovering from the fight. So when his trainer came walking along and came in the room whistling and grinning from ear to ear, it irritated Frazier to no end. He tore into his trainer, calling him just about everything but a child of God, and then asked him, "What do you have to be so happy for anyway?" The trainer took the abuse in stride and just kept on smiling as he explained that he was thinking about all the fun he was going to have in Tokyo. Joe said, "Maybe you saw a different fight last night, but we ain't going to Tokyo, Buster is." And the trainer said, "It shows what you know." Because despite his loss, Frazier would be fighting in Tokyo instead of Mathis because Mathis was medically disqualified. The trainer said, "He hit you so many times in the head last night that he broke his hand and he can't fight now." You see, Frazier went on to win gold in Tokyo. And now I tell that story for 2 reasons. One, because I can't think of a better way to describe the college experience than enduring a relentless series of blows to the head that leave you beaten, bewildered, but in a position to make history. And 2, because it demonstrates what is possible when a prepared mind and body finds opportunity and absolutely refuses to quit. You see, when you are resilient, when you are determined, and when you are phenomenal, anything is possible. Of course, that intersection of training and timing is exceedingly rare in this life. That sort of resilience and determination is rare. It is phenomenal, and so are you. Of course, you're not alone. In fact, our history is littered with stories like that of a slave, a man named Dred Scott, who was born around 1799 in Virginia. 19 years later, his master, Peter Blow, moved to Huntsville, Alabama, bringing with him, and this frustrates me beyond no end, but bringing with him all of his worldly possessions, including a young man named Dred Scott. Like many of his race in the pre-Civil War South, Scott was sold to a doctor named John Emerson and moved with him to Illinois. He was moved throughout the North, where he was hired out by his master, violating a number of federal laws. Scott eventually married Harriet Robinson, and the two had a daughter, Eliza. Scott continued to serve the Emerson family even after Dr. Emerson's death in 1843. In fact, it wasn't until 1846 that Scott tried to buy his and his family's freedom. And when that failed, he turned to the law. Now, the story beyond that point defined an era with multiple attempts and an eventual 7-2 Supreme Court decision, the worst decision in the court's history, declaring that a black man had no rights, which the white man was bound to respect. Sometimes history does repeat itself. Years later, in 1856, the Scott family were eventually freed. And though Scott himself wouldn't get long to enjoy it, he died of tuberculosis 18 months later. And it would take a civil war and 2 constitutional amendments to effectively overturn the Dred Scott decision. But that's history. And today I'm here more interested in a simple question. You see, because he lived and traveled through so many free states, Dred Scott had ample opportunity to escape his bondage. And so many others before him had done similar. He could have slipped away in the night and disappeared. So why didn't he? Why didn't he run? And the easy answer is because he refused to leave his wife and daughter behind. He would not turn a blind eye to the bondage. He would not leave others behind. And my challenge to you all is to say, neither can you. From the very first commencement address ever given, speakers like me have been telling graduates like you that you should commit yourselves to something greater than yourselves, that with great power comes great responsibility. Now, I know I'm not Uncle Ben and you're not Spider-Man, but still there is some truth to the cliche, especially now. Because listen to this. Nearly 1/3 of Black students live in poverty. Nearly 75% of Black students have parents with little to no college education, and 10% don't have a high school diploma or GED. 45% of Black students attend high poverty high schools. 90% have no access to the internet at home. Dropout rates, poverty rates, infant mortality, incarceration, every one of these is higher for Black and brown students than white. COVID-19 infection rates in the Black community are roughly 260% higher than in white communities. If you're Black, you're nearly 5 times more likely to be hospitalized in the pandemic, and you're more than twice as likely to die. More than 4.6 million Black children live in households where no parent has a full-time job, and the pandemic has made it worse. People of color make up about 30% of our nation's population, but about 60% of our prison population. And what's the leading cause of death for Black men between the ages of 20 and 44? Homicide. But graduates today, if we don't do something about it, no one will. You know, I've been blessed to see some remarkable success. I get to practice civil rights law standing with the victimized when no one else can or will. I've been able to bring my perspective to the news of the day, and I've had the honor to represent the people I grew up with, the people I love in the halls of government. But I'm still that kid who grew up in Denmark, South Carolina, where there's 3 stoplights and a blinking light, where the median annual income is less than half the national average, where the jobs are hard to come by and the ones you can get don't pay enough to live on, where the schools leak when it rains, where the students shiver in their classroom, where the nearest hospital is an hour away. I have a privilege, though. I have a responsibility, and so do you. And it's an old responsibility retold in our oldest story. Joshua has that responsibility when he assembled all the tribes of Israel at Shechem. That's why he told them the whole story. He talked about Abraham and Nahor and Jacob and Esau. He talked about Moses and Aaron, the bondage in Egypt, the exodus into the wilderness, and the battles they won. He went through the whole story, the good and the bad, the struggles they had faced and the miracles they had witnessed, all of it. And he reminded them of God's promise. He said, I gave you a land on which you did not toil, and cities you did not build. Yet you live in them, and you eat from vineyards and olive groves you did not plant. Graduates, we were given a land on which we did not toil, and cities we did not build, yet we live in them and eat from vineyards and olive groves we did not plant. The men and women who came before us built those cities and planted those vineyards because they refused to leave us behind, hungry and unloved. Dred Scott refused to leave us behind. Now it's up to us, it's up to you, because you are resilient, determined, and phenomenal. And it's up to you to be the change that we have been praying for. And we're not alone. You can see it everywhere that you look. You can see it in scripture. You can see it in the pages of the New York Times from February 15th, 1960, 2 weeks after the Greensboro Four sat down at a Woolworth's lunch counter and started a sit-in movement that would spread across the country like wildfire. That article said that the demonstrations were generally dismissed as another college fad. But even they conceded that the seeds of dissent had fallen into fertile soil. The seeds of dissent had fallen into fertile soil. This is the intersection of training and timing. This is the fertile soil, and you, my friends, are the seeds of dissent, of change. And we know life isn't fair. From birth, children of wealth, privilege, and position have had an unfair advantage over their peers. It's a fact of life. In fact, it's commonplace in America for one individual to do absolutely nothing and contribute nothing to our society and be held a visionary while amassing a fortune, while others labor endlessly to scrape out the barest of existence and be considered lazy and a burden for his efforts. But remember, life is not fair. It never was, and anybody who tells you anything different is trying to sell you something. But that fact of life in and of itself should not be cause for hopelessness and cynicism, especially not today. Because you are proof of another fact, that while life isn't fair, it isn't fixed either. You are living, breathing examples that the age of miracles has not passed. That this is still the land of opportunity, even if you have to work longer and harder to find it. You are the seeds of dissent fallen upon this fertile soil at this intersection of training and timing. You are resilient, determined, and phenomenal. Possessed of the single greatest catalyst for success and change there ever was. When you walk across the stage, you will now be deemed to have an educated mind. And now is your chance to use it. Give me a lever long enough and a fulcrum upon which to place it, and I shall move the world. This foundation is your fulcrum, and the choice, and your choice, the lever, and with those things, you can move the world. You stand today on the shoulders of all of those who came before, and with the knowledge and opportunity at your fingertips today, you can fulfill their promise. You can realize our more perfect union. And if you can't believe it in yourself, then believe it in me, because the first time my sister saw her father was through the state prison glass, convicted and serving time for a riot that never happened. Because that's what happened to agitators and radicals in South Carolina in the 1960s, that or worse. But look where I'm standing now. In just one generation, the agitator's son became a legislator, then nominee for lieutenant governor, and now an analyst and contributor for the largest news organization in America, because in one generation, miracles are possible. You see, life isn't fair. It never was, but it ain't fixed either. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to dare greatly and fail. Don't be afraid to aim high and fall short. Don't be afraid to be the miracles that you already are. Don't be afraid to pioneer new technologies, to revolutionize education or business or agriculture or healthcare. Don't be afraid to imagine developing new, more resilient infrastructure that helps protect your community and mine. Don't be afraid to lead a new generation of young people that understands that you don't have to be a celebrity to be a hero. Don't be afraid to be that ripple of change that crosses the sea and comes back again. And as you leave here today, go with the knowledge and tradition that dares you to be more than you ever dared to imagine. And stand with audacious hope This is our call to urgent action. Right here, right now, stand proud, and we will stand with you. And don't forget to call your mother sometimes because she worries about you. Thank you, congratulations. Now go give them hell.
Let's give Attorney Sellers another round of applause. I ask that you join us as well. Ricard, we would formally like to extend this small token of our appreciation to you for being recognized as our keynote speaker today for those inspiring work. Thank you so very much. At this time, I would like to welcome to the podium Dr. Bejoy Sabu, Interim Executive Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, to present the candidate for the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, Chancellor Dr. Belton, upon the recommendation of the College of Business, the approval of the Academic Council, the Baton Rouge Interim Executive Vice Chancellor, and the Honorable Board of Supervisors, you are authorized to confer the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters to Mr. J. Terrell Brown.
We are proud today to award the honorary Doctor of Humane Letters to Mr. J. Terrell Brown, Sr. Mr. J. Terrell Brown, Sr. is a Louisiana native who graduated from LSU in 1964 with a bachelor's degree in finance and insurance. At Southern University and A&M College, he established the first endowed chair to support entrepreneurship, education, and research. He has served on the board of the LSU Foundation and the E.J. Uso College of Business Dean's Advisory Council. Mr. Brown served for over 2 decades on the board of LSU's Pennington Biomedical Research Foundation, including 3 years as chair. Mr. Brown was inducted in the Uso College of Business Hall of Distinction in 1997 and the LSU Alumni Association Hall of Distinction in 1998. Throughout his career, Mr. Brown has held many leadership roles in business and the community. He currently serves as the chairman of the board of the Credit Bureau Foundation of Baton Rouge. He also serves as chairman of the board of the Baton Rouge Area Foundation and the chairman of the board of the Research Park Corporation. Mr. Brown's children are particularly proud of their father and remain committed to the causes he supports. His ventures have included invested in consulting with those seeking to provide new and innovative approaches to real estate, housing, mobile technology, and movie production. His entrepreneurial efforts are underscored by co-founding and board chairmanship of successful Baton Rouge-based businesses. Be it known that J. Terrell Brown, Sr. has satisfied the requirements prescribed by the Southern University Board of Supervisors and by Southern University Agriculture and Mechanical College for the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, and has accordingly been admitted to that degree with all rights, privileges, and immunities thereunto appertaining. Please welcome and acknowledge Dr. J. Terrell Brown. Doctor. Representing the hood is the Honorable Chair of the Southern University Board of Supervisors, Attorney Moyne Relich, and he will be accompanied by the Honorable State Senator Cleo Fields, District 14 of the Louisiana State Legislature. Let's again give Southern University congratulations to Dr. J. Terrell Brown. Will Lieutenant Colonel Marshall, Professor of Military Science, come forward for the presentation of U.S. Army commissions?
Thank you, Mr. President. Will the candidates for commissioning in the United States Army please come forward?
Excuse me. Excuse me.
President Belton, these candidates have fulfilled all requirements for commissioning second lieutenants in the United States Army and are presented to you the presentation of this commission.
Lieutenant Colonel Marshall, please administer the oath of office for commissioning Army officers.
Attention to the oath. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your full name. Having been appointed an officer in the United States Army to the rank of second lieutenant, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which I am about to enter. So help me God. Congratulations, Second Lieutenants.
The Secretary of the Army has asked me to inform you that by direction of the President of the United States, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Joe Biden, you are appointed a commissioned officer in the United States Army with the grade of Second Lieutenant. The Secretary of the Army and the Chief of Staff offer their congratulations and extend to you their best wishes for a full measure of success and a professionally rewarding career in service to our country. Lieutenant Colonel Marshall, please have the candidates come forth to receive their certificates. Colonel Marshall, could you do that in the front?
Okay, Shabbat.
Will Captain Nixon, Professor of Navy Science, please come forward for the presentation of commissions in the U.S. Navy. Taj Clements, but you come to the stage.
President Belton, it is my pleasure to present candidate for Officer Ensign in the United States Navy for your consideration, sir.
Captain Nixon, will you now administer the oath of office for commissioning Navy officers?
Yes, sir. Taj Clements, raise your right hand, repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. They'll bear true faith and allegiance to the same. That I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. And that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office in which I'm about to enter. So help me God. Congratulations, you're in the United States Navy.
Secretary of the Navy has asked me to inform you that by direction of the President of the United States and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, President Joe Biden, you are appointed as an ensign in the United States Navy. The Secretary of the Navy and the Chief of Navy Operations offer their congratulations and extend to you their best wishes for a full measure of success and a professionally rewarding career in the service of our country. You may please come forward to receive your certificate. Now award the professional, graduate, advanced, and baccalaureate degrees. Shall ask Dr. Joyce Sahu, Executive Vice Chancellor, to present the degree candidates.
Mr. President, Chancellor, we have reached the highlight of the commencement convocation, the awarding of all degrees. I'm delighted to present to you the candidates from the respective colleges and schools.
The first order of business will be to recognize one who is no longer with us. Therein, it is an honor to present a resolution to the Alexander family in honor of the late Dimitri LaVale McCabe Alexander. Southern University is deeply saddened by his untimely passing, and our thoughts and prayers remain with this family. With Miss Alexander and the family, please come forward to receive a resolution. Will the candidates for the doctoral degrees please stand?
Mr. President, Chancellor, the eligible candidates for the doctoral degrees have been certified by their deans, colleges and schools to have satisfied all the respective requirements, and on behalf of the faculty of Southern University, it is my pleasure to present them to you for conferral of their degrees.
With the authority vested in me by the Southern University Board of Supervisors, I confer upon each of you the appropriate degree with all of the rights and privileges appertaining thereunto. Congratulations.
Mr. President, Chancellor, for the purpose of calling the candidates for degrees, I now have the high privilege to present Dr. Robert Rene from the Office of the Southern University Board of Supervisors.
Thank you. Will the candidates for the doctoral degrees please stand and come forward? Cordia Ellis, Starkville, Mississippi. Dissertation title, An Analysis of History of Health Reform, Evaluation of Current and Potential Economic, Social, and Fiscal Effects of Healthcare Policy Modifications in the State of Louisiana. Major Professor, Dr. Lukunga. Brittany Hampton Francis from Bruley, Louisiana. Dissertation title, Evaluation of the Contribution of Financial Aid on Students' Persistent and Degree Complication in Louisiana. Major Professor, Dr. Ben Lukunga. Christopher John Rogers, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Dissertation title, An Analysis and New Interpretation of Gentrifying a Community Through Public Input in Scotlandville, Louisiana area. Major Professor, Dr. Tate.
Doctors, you may be seated. Will the candidates for master's degrees please stand?
Mr. President, Chancellor, the eligible candidates for master's degrees have been certified by their deans, colleges and schools to have satisfied all of their respective requirements. And on behalf of the faculty of the Southern University, it is my pleasure to present them to you for conferral of the degrees.
With the authority vested in me by the Southern University Board of Supervisors, I confer upon each of you the appropriate degree with all of the rights and privileges appertaining thereunto. Congratulations, you may come forward. Will the recipients of the master's degree please come forward to get your diplomas? Chastity Hill. Kelsey Hunter. Jasmine Martin. Whitney Brown. Maisie Williams. Kia Price. Evelyn Johnson. Carla Wooten. Kelly Johnson. Leah Wade. Naisha Hamilton. Nicholas Harris. Kia Summers. Joshua Ross. Jada Davis. Wayne Albert. Citriel Taylor. Kiera Stewart. Rayshard Hicks. Sharice Blackman. Jasmine Turner. Mason Sims. Caesar Fernandez. Jerry Lavestier. Kobe Lane. Crystal Dabney. Caldrick Slaughter. Danielle Jarrisburg. Reginald Gallus.
Corletto. Oluwafala Kemi Owasile. Johnny Lewis. Ray Tanjon. Jabariye Clark. Samantha Booker. Austin Banks Jr. Lakeisha Art. Ashley Johnson. Sarah Bambozo. Ngazia Ansone. Janan Ayaboko. Sunday Asawandio. Linda Higgins. Lakila Beal. Chastity Austin. Denise Banks. Nelson Taylor. Jessica Duncan. Justin Merchant. Eric Persley. Marshall Muse III. Camelia Brown. Camilla Fair. Monica Owen. Nora Freeman. Nakosha Jones. Tisha Sanders. Darby Smith. Sarah Willie Walker. Terry Williams Jr.
Chelsea Trish. Shannon Robinson. Uday Martin. Vaishna Yikasari. Ramesh Iluri. Amreen Sair. Divya Banapali. Javeen Jalapathy. Vikas Sodergu. Vishwas Cipriala. Saiz Vikas Bantikuda. Anthony Richardson. Skylar Harris. Morgan Bicknell Adams. Crystal Stewart. Donald Hogan. Keisha Breyer. Raven Toon. Prashanda Walker. Markeisha Grimion. Shayna Hayes. Brittany Jean. Kiera Mitchell. Ashanti Key. Aqua Shaw. Stephanie Tezino Rossian. John Williams. Chantel Butler. Hannah Waskevich. Jessica Camelo. Courtney Brooks. Tiana Dorier Scott. Lakoti James. Jillian Johnson. Berthelene Francois. Sierra Caldwell. Taylor Pack. Maisha Bunn. Morgan Martin. Siobhan Marshall. Manisha Halliday. Tyrus Georgetown. Scott Courtright. Graduates, you may be seated. Interim Executive Vice Chancellor Tassel, will you present to me the candidates for the bachelor's degrees?
Thank you, Mr. President, Chancellor. Will the candidates for bachelor degrees from the College of Agriculture, Family and Consumer Sciences please stand?
Zaria Ashford. Amber Murphy. Wait a minute. And Kelsey Perez. They are the chief student marshal. Zaria Ashford. Landon Ozane. Garrett Bose. Dijon Broussard. Tyrese Chambers. Jasmine Fontenot. Cortland Harris. Diamond Holtz. Elijah Jordan. Tiffany Poydras. Jordan Wilson Smith. Kyra Anderson. Leah Augustus. Lauren Collins. Alexis Fuller. Rakia Green. Kendall Hall. Kayla Joseph. Yolanda Kaiser. Dominique Thomas. Jennifer Turner. Jeremy Vault. Lynette Wynn. Terrell Lewis. Javante Myers.
Will the candidates for bachelor's degree from the College of Business please stand and come forward to receive your degrees?
Will the candidates for the bachelor's degrees from the College of Business please come forward?
Christopher Howard. Dolores Anderson. Jonathan Bishop. Kayla Davis. Calandra Dunford. Tyquisha James. Shavante McKindle. Soraya Rogers. Meyer Travis. Elise Turner. Terenicia Vessel. August Walker IV. Christopher Braggs. Leon Chambers. Jada Delpit. Kanika Going. Jude Luke. Jeremy Murray. Ajaya Stewart. Tamikio Straw. Keon Zeal. Kanisha Allen. Quanisha Allen. Jasmine Davis. Chaselyn Emons. Cree Aaron Green. Taylor Harris. Taylor Henderson. T. Andrea Kelly. John Lampu.
Cedric Noel. Camille Norwood. Theron Reed. Shania Sims. Gayla Smith. Elizabeth Voise. Cedric Webb. Daniel Wheeler. Vanessa White. Chase Williams. Kyle Brumfield. Robert Burnside. Kaylee Guerin. Ariane Hartman. Tamara Hillary. Lanishan Lagarde. Diamond McCain. Maya Page. Christopher Wright. The graduate from the College of Business, you can be seated.
Thank you, sir. Will the candidates for bachelor's degrees from the College of Humanities and Interdisciplinary Studies please stand and be recognized and come forward.
DeShayla Tripp. Misha Franklin. Jonathan Joseph. Justice Dixon. Nia Broussard. Centrice Holloway. Jasmine Nelson. Aaron Brown. Taylor Thompson. Chantel Johnson. Jordan Eastling. Brenton Morgan. Jadria Taylor. Raina Akins. Breasia Austin. Calandra Brown. Antoinette Broughton. Tramail Carney. Leonard Coates. J.C. Combry. Angel Deaver. Kiana Givens. Marcus Jackson. Jacoby Jones. Chelsea Lucas. Joseph Markham. Sean Musgrove. Cameron Phillips. Shakira Smith. Kevin Stewart. Carrington Turner. Major Goldman. Keith Lewis. Graduates from the College of Humanities and Interdisciplinary Studies, you may be seated.
Will the candidates for bachelor's degrees from the College of Nursing and Allied Health please stand and come forward?
Jermaine Payne. Jada Carter. Kyra Haynes. Clarice Beal. Roche, Brazil. Gabrielle White. Tierra Gill. Paige Andrews. Jasmine Santiago. Brenda Santiago. And Bria Williams. Jill Trammell. Morgan Swain. Kelsey Pierre. Mariah Robinson. Kayla Davis. Marlacia Harris. Keisha Foster. Clark Winbush. Carletha Hall. Essence Jackson. Chelsea James. Sydney Williams. Nakima Moore. Donasia Fontenot. Gimme Duncan. Alexis Sadler. Kalila Robertson. Kiera Akins. Tyra Milosan. Bijan Bilal. Lashara Forche. Brisa Bean. Deja Hill. Symphony Phillips. Jonae Ellis. Alexis Henderson. Beyond Labrie. Rhanesia Taylor. Jaravian Alexander. Jayon Kane. Jasmine Odom. Carl Phillips. Ibrahim Nothal. Bria Simone Cavalier. JC Andrews. Quandalicia Roberts. Shannon Young. Tierra Ponton. Tyler Holiday. Mallory Dillon. Frankia Bergeron. Michaela Gaines. Deborah Williams. Corniciana Brass. Ashley Jackson. Raven Prevost. Ashley Montgomery. Renasia Mazil. Nina Gatherite. Danny Hall. Taylor Alexander. Sierra Carter. Nakia Cook. Jordan Davis. Jalen Gidry. Jalicia Hamilton. Deja Hughes. London Kennedy. Kennedy Lofton. Taylor Miller. Bianca Nelson. Lyric Scott. Sky Sparks. Nataria Tobias. Mariah Williams. Tila Williams. Imani Butler. Sasha Honorary. Terashana Elwa. Jasmine Philman. Montasia Jean Lewis. Alexis Jean-Pierre. Jalicia Landry. Zaria Martin. Laquarian Mingo. Ryasia Pope. The graduate from the School of Nursing and Allied Health. You may be seated.
Thank you. Will the candidates for bachelor's degrees from the College of Sciences and Engineering please stand and come forward?
Kayla Battle. Deja Williams. Layla Robertson. Melanie Wilson. Taylor Frank. Amani Litz. Love more. Jemiah Allen. Xavier Sterling. Gabrielle Thomas. Brianna Kraft. Margie Turner. Deaccolade Bitoto. DeJerry Raymond. Rajane Jones. Victoria Parker. Princess Stark. Arnita Dove. Samiria Shield. Rakayla Nelson. Shakira Bingham. Monica Wade. Demetia Thornton. Keandra Taylor. Shalicia Ross. Cheyenne Gathered. Austin Duffin. Tyler Hayes. Troy Holmes. Roderick Kirkendall. Magnolia Payton. Tanaka Chakanuka. Carl Bell. Dantes Warren. Kamari Harris. Mackenzie Richard. Alicia White. Chad Jones. August Harris. Nathan Williams. Jamon Banks. Jalen McGee. Marion Lorez Lagetti. Corbata Savoy. Wilson Smith. Sierra Alumni. Elia Toplin. Alasia Floyd. Ron Chavis. Dion Hughes. Aaron. Henry Thomas III. Miguel Collins. Micah LeBlanc. Ashley Boyd. Landon Boye. Christopher Nash. Kendall Lewis. Walter Martin. Dior Cochran. Colin Upshaw. Tyreek Pink. Barry Chevalier. Leah Upshaw. The College of Science Engineering graduates, you may be seated.
Will the candidates for bachelor's degrees from the Nelson Mandela College of Government and Social Sciences please stand?
Gary Garner. Kaylin Johnson. Ryan Jordan. Thad Caden Muswasa. Blake Ready. Kirain Populon. Heaven Willis. Wilhelm Allen. Kelly Brown. Najee Evans. Treasure Gold. Jalen Johnson. Nicole Moore. Brandy Payne. Anthony Raby. Megan Ross. Tadrian Taylor. DeMarcus Terry. Erica Wilson. Khadijah Aukdan. Kennedy Baptiste. Dallas Black. Arnita Blair. Madison Brown. Maurice Campbell. Shawnetta Carrier.
On the weekend.
Taj Clement. Caitlin Davis. Alexandria Fairley. Janelle Easterling. Elana Fugely. Carrington Hall. Magella King. LaMarcus Lee. Abriante McGee. Shanquavia Locklear. Brianna Mason. Micaiah McDonald. Ansar Muhammad. Carl Phillips. Alicia Brown. Janelle Robinson. Terrell Robinson. Jaquithia Sanders. Chandler Vadreen. Jasmine Watson. Donicia West. Ariel White. Frederick Whitfield. Alex Williams. Zion Wilson. Terrell Gray. Regina Allen. Keteria Barber. Anna Cox. Alexis Deal. Tessa Fashion. Alexis Finley. Nadine Francois. Jasmine Houston. Sierra Key. Alitrine Mason. Anton Morris. Christopher Talbot. Eduardo Zamora. Jamel Abdul Aziz. Taji Allen. Skylar Bag. James Edward. Ariel Franklin. Anastasia Kixonis. Craig Nelson. Michael Page. Tavish Tucker. Jamira Wallace. Taja Alexander. Tiana Allen. Alicia Mathia.
Nikita Brooks. Jacqueline Taylor. Marcy Davis. Korea Elsie. Jayla Foster. Melanie Foster. Leah Harrison. Jessica Howard. Gernelder Hunt. Camry Hutton Samuel. Valencia Johnson. Sierra Joseph. Ricky Ray. Ricayla Richardson. Saidra Sanford Harris. Jordan Stewart. Jayon Muse. Jalen Ferris. Don McWhorter. The Nelson Mandela School, you may be seated.
Mr. President, Chancellor, you have already conferred the degrees on the bachelor's degrees for these candidates. I now request you to provide additional affirmation of the accomplishments of these graduates. It is my honor thus to pleasure and my pleasure to present them to you for additional affirmation of their degrees.
With the authority vested in me by the Southern University Board of Supervisors, I confer upon each of you the appropriate degree with all of the rights and privileges appertaining thereunto. Congratulations, bachelor degree holders. You may now turn your tassels. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the 2021 graduating class of Southern University and A&M College. The day has been well spent, and indeed the sun is shining on us this afternoon. So I will not belabor the moment, but I again would like to thank members of our Board of Supervisors for joining us. The chancellors who are here with us today, namely Chancellor John Pierre from Southern University Law Center and Orlando McNeams from the Southern University Agriculture and Extension Center. I feel as well so compelled to acknowledge the president of the Faculty Senate,
namely Dr. Oswald Devon. And if you will, would you please help me in acknowledging the interim Executive Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, Dr. Joy Sahu, with his role in participation today. I think it's also important that I recognize those who actually do the work. And I'm asking if the deans would please stand and be recognized. I would like to again just offer congratulations, but I would defer any further comments by, again, acknowledging Chancellor Vadreen, who serves as the SGA of the Southern University and A&M College. As everyone knows, this has been a unique year, and he has worked in lockstep with the administration in trying to provide a safe and a positive experience for students at the university. Chandler, would you like to come up and say a few words?
Thank you, Dr. Belton. We have fought a good fight. We have finished our courses and we have kept the faith. And let me tell you, oh, what a fight our senior year has been. But we made it. Ladies and gentlemen of the graduating class of 2021, please give yourselves a round of applause. This is the last time that I have the pleasure of formally introducing myself in this capacity. Good afternoon or good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Chandler Vadreen, a graduating senior who majored in criminal justice from Bill Platt, Louisiana, and I served as the 2020-2021 Student Government Association President here at the illustrious Southern University and Agricultural and Mechanical College and the student board member to the Louisiana Board of Regents. It gives me great pleasure and honor to stand before you all today as we embark upon our new journey. After some reflection, I realize that today is the first and the last time we have all gathered as a unit. And it is great to see all of you after this successful roller coaster of a year. Today is a very important day, filled with mixed emotions. On one end of the spectrum, today is one of the happiest days of our lives, a moment of triumph and progression. And on the other bit of the scale, sadness lives as today marks the end of an era. We can all agree that the 2020-2021 academic school year will live with us forever. This past year is likely to live on in infamy, but although our experience have been nothing like we've imagined, and we will come out stronger, sharpened, and prepared for the rest of our lives. I don't want to make this speech all about the COVID-19 pandemic, solely because I know that it seems like that has been the main topic of conversation over the past year. But I would be remiss if I did not mention that even through all of the adversity, challenges, and adjustments we had to face due to the pandemic, we've championed it. I want to thank all of you for your contribution to this 2020-2021 edition of Southern University and A&M College Student Government Association. Coming into this capacity, I know that it would be a lot of work, but you all made it a very insightful experience. And I cannot thank you all enough. I think it is necessary to point out our wonderful administration, faculty, and staff for all of their guidance and leadership throughout our tenure. I want to thank all of you and know that we appreciate you all endlessly. To everyone who is here and flipped that tassel, I have faith that you will continue this momentum and carry out the purpose of your destiny. If there is one thing we can learn from this year, it is to realize what truly matters in life, the way we choose to carry ourselves. We have felt the challenge of this pandemic, but our generation, the class of 2021, gets to decide how this ends. So we have the opportunity to change the world, to rise up and to make it ours. So on that note, graduates of the spring semester of 2021, congratulations and welcome to your future. God bless you, God bless America, and God bless the hollow grounds of the gold and blue. Thank you.
Mr. President, Chancellor, it is my joy and my honor to present to you for additional recognition our Chief Student Marshals. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you our Chief Student Marshals, Amber Rackwell Murphy. May I request the Honorable Chair to also go to the podium for a picture with the Chief Student Marshal. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating our Chief Student Marshal for her accomplishment. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. President, I present to you the Co-Student Marshal Amber Rackwell Murphy and now Kelsey Marie Kareem.
Thank you so much. I will now ask the Director of the Southern University Office of Alumni Affairs, and Executive Director of the Southern University Alumni Federation, Dr. Derek Warren, who will be accompanied by the National President of the Southern University Alumni Federation, Ms. Laquita Thomas, to come forward to administer the oath for induction into the National Alumni Federation.
Thank you, Dr. Belton. Once again, whether you are inside the stadium, outside the stadium, virtually, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you are, Madam President Laquita Thomas, our first female national president, and I would like for you to stand as we administer the National Alumni Federation Pledge. All alums of all 5 of the Southern University campuses, please stand. By definition, if you made it through registration one time, you are an alumnus of the Southern University. So please stand. Raise your right hand, again, wherever you are, and repeat after me. I, and state your name. An alumnus of Southern University, do hereby pledge allegiance to the Southern University Alumni Federation and the great honored institution which it represents. I promise to remain loyal, faithful, and steadfast in my support of its programs, uplift of its principles, maintenance of its tradition, and defense of its honor. I further promise to always stand ready to contribute my time, efforts, financial assistance. I couldn't hear you. Financial assistance and services toward the advancement of the welfare of the Southern University Alumni Federation and my beloved alma mater. So help me God. Again, congratulations, graduates. Well done.
At this point, for those who remain, please remain standing, and for those who are not, please rise for the singing of the alma mater and the benediction that will be given by Father Richard Andrews, Jr. Afterwards, you can be seated until the conclusion of the reception. Thank you so much for joining us, Father Andrews.
For those that are still here in the stadium and those who have left, for those that are watching virtually, bow your heads as we pray. May God, who began his good work in you, carry it through completion, enabling you to use your talents to the fullest. May God give you the grace to make wise choices and be faithful in your commitments so that you will live deep from within your hearts. May God bless you with a righteous anger at injustice, oppression, and the exploitation of people so that you will work for justice, equality, and peace. May God bless you with the tears you shed for those who suffer from pain, from starvation, and war because of the coldness of leaders' hearts, so that you will reach out your hand and comfort them and change their pain into joy. May God bless you with the foolishness to think that you can make a difference in this world, so that you will do things that people tell you can't be done. May your integrity be a gift to the world, and may the Spirit of God be with you always. We ask that by that Spirit, Lord our God, they be nourished and renewed with hope and good news. May they use their imagination as artisans of word and song and deed that comes into the terms with both the wounds of the world and the promise of new life. May mercy, beauty, and hope be theirs in this world for your glory. And now we ask this blessing on them from Numbers. My brothers and sisters, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May he turn his face towards you and give you strength and every good blessing. Let the church say amen. Amen.
Once again, thank you all for being here. But guys, we must depart the stadium. We have a cleaning crew getting ready to come in. We have the Southern University Law Center's commencement start at 5 o'clock. So we have to clean the facility, move some things around for this evening commencement for the Southern University Law Center. So please, let's depart the stadium as fast as you can. Be careful, don't run, but please let us depart the stadium. Thank you once again for being here.